Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. And for your delights, ladies and gentlemen, the world racing community introduces you to Formula X. Formula X, ladies and gentlemen. I'll read their bump because I don't want to mess this up in any way whatsoever. I got distracted because my title, I've done it wrong. I'll have to go back and re-edit. So, World Racing Community Season 8, Formula X, our most comprehensive season yet. The race regulations, a specified car is the Red Bull X 2014 Junior. The balanced performance will be on. BBAL is allowed. I know brake balance, I'm not sure what AL is. Tyres are at times 4. All compounds available, 2 different compounds, must be used except for wet races. Tyre you qualify on is what you start the race on. The fuel is at times 1. Refueling is prohibited. Drivers will have enough fuel to complete a GP. We are doing a one-shot qualifying, y'all. All drivers get an outlap and their first timed lap will be the one that counts. Races are to run to a distance of 142 miles, 228 kilometers, or 2 hours. Whichever comes first. So brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. You're in for the long haul. This is single seat endurance racing, and it's standing starts. Races to run live on Friday from Thingamajig's Racing Channel. Welcome to the Formula X. How do's, everyone? We've made it another week. Finally got ourselves to Friday. And now we can just stare down the barrel of a weekend of either doing odd jobs or doing absolutely nothing or visiting. Whatever it is, it's your choice. That's the beauty of it. But first of all, what we need to get out of the way is the Formula X by World Racing Community. I am very excited by this. I think we may see some people forget their heads and start to run out of fuel near the end of these races, so it's going to be interesting to see. Now we've got Thunder. It looks like he's on his outlap. We've got a couple out there at the moment, so I believe I thought it's qualifying, but it might not be. It might be just a little no, they're asking. Sorry, I was just doing Thunder's build-up, but we can do anyway. So Thunder, he's opted for a Ferrari livery. Now they said the liveries, it would be nice if they used Formula 1 liveries, but it wasn't something like they were held to it. But it looks like Thunder representing Ferrari. Let's hope he has a better season than Hamilton, eh? I'm sure he will. Let's hope he has a season like Leclerc. And then Chunky Rybina in the GT Omega Junior. Now these cars are very good around the corners. There's all downforce, ladies and gentlemen. So the speeds they're going is I'm very interested to see how it's going to go with overtaking and stuff. It's all going to have to be done like braking zone maybe, and drafting, getting a tow, but you've got to get out of the corner right on their jacksie. So yeah, how these guys handle it, and remember, no refueling at all, so they've got to be wary of how much fuel they're using during the race, and they have to use 2 compounds of tyres, and obviously, as we read, it's whatever they want to qualify on, or whatever they want to start the race is what they qualify on. So at the moment we're looking at a bunch of soft steel horse on the mediums. Now then, I am not 100% sure if we're into qualifying. Someone has left. No, there's still a couple. There's a few going out. Shocky, one shot. See, they'll probably quit out as soon as they get out. So at the moment we're watching Steel Horse make his way around. I assume as soon as he starts his fast lap, the next guy will come out of the pits. But at the moment we're watching, I'm going to go with Steel Horse is doing his run. He was the first out on track. And at the moment, like we said, he's going for the medium tyre, ladies and gents. He wants to start the race on the mediums. And that's a brave move, not knowing what the opposition around him. Well, everyone's out, so maybe it is just a free-for-all for the qualifying. Or it's still a practice. I'm unsure. So here we go. Thunder. Steel Horse is also a Ferrari. So we've got two Ferraris out there at the moment. Oliver looks like he is representing Haas, is it? No, just it's a PS mainly. Autosport. It's so fast I can't see it, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's an old Toyota livery. Oh yeah, there he goes. Very nice. How the hell am I going to say that? Jed at the moment. Making his way around. He's on a set of soft tyres. And he's just starting his flying lap now. If it is in fact qualifying. And Adnap looking very tidy there, very neat and tidy. Oh, nice looking car, Adnap. I like it. Reckless. Oh, hold me haggis, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jackie Stewart's old car that I think became Jaguar, that then became Red Bull. So that is the origins, ladies and gentlemen. That is what was in the swamp at the beginning. That bloomed and blossomed, ladies and gents, to become the ultimate racing machine, the Red Bull team. Its beginnings as a brand new team for Jackie Stewart. It was brilliant. I loved it. Johnny Herbert drove for him. Cool. Representing as well a Red Bull livery. MJ in the McLaren. And we saw Chunkies. Now the times are coming in. Steel Horse has done his. So yeah, no, they're all just going out. It's just a quick one, and then they're going to quit in. Shocky's gone fastest. Thunder goes second fastest, 3/10 behind him. Oliver, Thunder's no Autosport, sorry, has gone second fastest, 800ths behind Shocky. Thunder's third fastest at the moment. Oh my. Third fastest for Jed. So Thunder, then Oliver, then Steel Horse. Adnap making his way around up towards and he goes sixth fastest ahead of Steel Horse. Reckless next with a second. He's going to be very much behind a lot of people there. Cull is coming around now. Cull, champion of last season. Does he pick up a penalty from there? It doesn't look like he's going to. So Cull, champion of last season, coming up towards the line. And he only goes fourth fastest, ladies and gents. MJ, I think, has just set a time. We'll go back to Chunky then. Oh, this is terrible to try and cover. We'll just watch one. We'll watch the last person on track next time, and we'll just see him ahead, putting in their time. So Chunky goes seventh fastest behind MJ in sixth. Is Carr still going around? Carr is making his way. Oh, he's on an out lap. He hasn't even done a lap yet. And nor has AT14 Racing. So JC making his way around, as is AT14 Racing. Reckless, has he set a time? I don't think he has yet. This is bedlam. This is bedlam, I tell you. So JC then, still on an out lap at the moment. And AT14 Racing. Also, he's behind JC though. I don't think Reckless has come out yet. I don't know if this is qualifying or just practicing or what. It seems like qualifying because they've done their laps and gone in. Oh, Chunky's going for a pee break. Garuda's saying, just finished work, fuming, I've missed the race. Gutted, mate. Hopefully next week. Well, oh, if you've just finished work, you know, you don't want to jump straight in. You need a little rewind, unwind. So JC then comes up towards the line to start his flying lap, ladies and gents, to see where he can put his Red Bull Junior. And it's sponsored by Red Bull. Oh, it's a cash. It's a Visa Cash App. Sorry, it's not a Red Bull. It's the Visa Cash App team. Or is it Cash App Visa? I can never remember. So JC then making his way around in his Raging Bull. To see where he can put a time now. It looks like Steel Horse had a pretty rough lap there. So he will be wanting to at least get ahead of Steel Horse. And Steel Horse looked very... Oh, remember though, Adnap and Steel Horse on the medium tyres. What are we on here? JC's on the soft tyres. And, AT is Bob. He's Bob. Why does he not like me calling Bob? Have I not got the... have I got... One second, people. Displays nicknames. Yeah, I always have those nicknames. So then we got JC then making his way around the final couple of corners to put his lap in against the fastest lap so far is a 30.3. Oh, it's tight. 30.6. JC goes up to 6th place. So Bob then making his way around. Is Reckless not going to... Reckless may have done a lap. Who knows? So Bob then... I mean, yeah, Bob. I'm still going to call him Bob. What the hell? Third fastest, ladies and gentlemen, for Bob. So Shockey at the moment, pole. Autosport in second place. Third is Bob. Fourth is Jed. Cull is in fifth. Thunder is sixth. Seventh is JC. Eighth is MJ. Ninth is Chunky. Chunky was he was feeling buoyant coming into this league. He felt like he was onto a good thing there. But one shot qualifying, ladies and gents, anything can go wrong. So Oliver in 10th, and then we have Bob's done well on those medium tyres there for third. Then we've got Adnap starting on the mediums, along with Steel Horse starting on the mediums in 11th and 12th. And it doesn't look like Reckless is going to put a time in, or is he? Who knows? So what is it? 800ths of a second between the Sport and Shockey. Only 400ths of a second between them and Bob, but Bob's on the medium tyres, so you've got to take your hat off to that lap. Jed is only a 10th behind the Bob, with 400ths ahead of the Cull. This is very tight times, ladies and gentlemen. Thunder 400ths behind Cull, with JC 100th of a second behind Thunder, and a 10th ahead of MJ, who's that was tight between him and Chunky as well. So even down to 9th, it's half a second to pole, ladies and gentlemen. Half a second to pole, up to 10th. And then you've got the medium runners of Adnap and Steel Horse. Steel Horse looked like he made a mistake on his lap, and Reckless not putting a lap in, it seems. So JC saying top 10, not half a second. I know, it's shocking. And Garuda saying time for a pint and a curry, I think. Oh, curry, man. Now we're talking. Although, I mean, a curry for me is a korma because I am weak. But still, the kormas are gorgeous. Bit of naan with garlic and cheese. Then some onion bhajis for sure onion bhajis, and get a couple of cheeky poppadoms as well to dip into the korma. Oh man, Garuda, you've given me the taste. So at the moment, I think they're seeing out the clock. I don't know how long the clock is, or they're having a brief or something. Very patient in there. You think they'd be itching to touch their accelerators and get out there. Just someone go around slowly. Just as long as you don't beat your time. For something to look at. Really, more than anything. MJ, we're going to have a chat about your qualifying format. It's boring for the stream. It might be fun for you guys. Look, yeah, Shocky said it was fun. Well, it's like, oh no, it's Reckless. We're waiting for bloody Reckless, aren't we? Bloody Reckless's fault, ladies and gents. Oh no, he's back in the pit. Some people have gone out. I saw cars going. Oh, MJ's going to drive around slow. Cheers, MJ. My word. So that is a nice livery. It's clean, isn't it? Clean as a whistle. And now they're all... here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This looks like it's going to be the results. So there we go. Shocky is your fastest man in the session, with Autosport in second, Bob in third, Jed starting in fourth with the Cull in fifth, Thunder starts in sixth, seventh is JC, eighth is MJ, and you may notice they're still within 4/10 of pole. Chunky in ninth with Oliver in 10th, half a second. There you go. Adnap on the medium tyres, second off of pole with Steelhorse. I think he made a mistake on his run, 2 seconds adrift. And Reckless not setting a time. Not setting a time in that one. Vodka Rob in the chat saying a very good evening to you, sir. How the devil are you? You're too late. Garuda's already got me on the food. You are too late, my friend. You cannot. He's already talked about curry, and now I'm salivating. I got there in the end. So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This is an exciting moment. A brand new series in the Red Bull Junior. I am absolutely almost wetting myself with excitement over this. It's going to be a banger. So we're sat on the grid then, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 of them out there on the medium tyres. We're looking at Shocky from a standing start. And they're not allowed to fill the fuel up, so the fuel's got to last them. Someone's had a jump. Someone further back jumped the start, ladies and gentlemen. Shocky not off to a great... No, Shocky is off to a great start. Who am I looking at? Who's this in front? That's Shocky, is it? Oh wow, Shocky. I was looking at a different car, thinking you were Jed. Sorry, Shocky. Shocky, though, is now under pressure from the Bob, who's on the medium tyres. Bob is absolutely launched it into another world, ladies and gentlemen, another universe from the Bob. Shocky then in second place. Now we've got side-by-side action here as Autosport goes against the Jed, and the Jed is alongside. It's side-by-side action here from the Sport and Jed. Dominance has to be placed, and Autosport is doing such on the apex, ladies and gentlemen. We saw Autosport's dominance appear after his podium from last week's Daytona 500. Now we see a reborn Autosport there with vigour. Jed down to 4th. Thunder now in 5th place at the moment, with the Cull in 6th. Cull's on medium tyres also, with MJ in 7th, Chunky in 8th, Oliver is in 10th. Who dropped out then? Adnap in 10th. Oh, was it JC who had the bad start? Oh, JC missing the start there in the Cash App car, and he's getting very close. And Steelhorse as well, slipping to the back in the Ferrari. No surprise there. Bob at the moment launching into the stratosphere, with Shocky under pressure from Autosport. Autosport, remember the fuel, people. Remember your fuel. Towing could be a good idea. But Shocky at the moment maybe already into fuel save in this early part of the race, as Autosport tries to make a move up the inside. He is carrying a penalty though, but Autosport up to second, and Jed is coming through also. And I'm nervous of the speed these two are carrying this early in the race. And Bob disappearing. These guys do remember, right, they've got to save fuel as well. There is only just enough fuel to get to the end. If they absolutely break their necks early doors, they might find that they're going to be looking after fuel for the rest of the race. But at the moment, Autosport carrying that half-a-second penalty with a lot of noise behind him from the Jed and Shockey. Thunder in 5th place in the Ferrari with Cull in 6th. Then we got MJ looking for scalps, ladies and gents, on board with the MJ. We should see Autosport very soon. After paying half-a-second penalty, it looks like he's slotted in there in the top 4. So Autosport didn't lose all too much there. And 53 laps then, ladies and gentlemen, of the Red Bull Ring, the old A1 ring, and we got some tussling up ahead as MJ brakes heavily into the first corner, closes right in on the pack. Beautiful stuff from MJ. He's got Chunky not far behind him as well. And now MJ, he must have got a great drive or a great tow. Look at all these cars to circumnavigate for the M of J. Bob still leads from Jed at the moment. I mean, this is this pack that we're seeing from MJ's point of view as he sits solid in 7th place. Lots of tactics to come with that ×4 tyre. These soft tyres will be absolutely obliterated, I am pretty certain, by what, lap 12 are we giving them? If that. Oh, side by side. I've got to get out as we're having this dicing, ladies and gents. Bob leads handsomely, but the rest of the field tucked up. Jed has made a break for it with Shockey in 3rd, Autosport in 4th after his penalty, and the Cull is up to 5th now, and he is looking for a piece of that Toyota action, but he's got Thunder all up in his drift behind him. And that is the battle that MJ has come across with the Chunks as well. Chunky is streaming live. He's streaming his race live. And Vodka saying, oh, some single seat action, very nice. Yes, Chunky's streaming live, so if you want to see it from his point of view and hear his opinion whilst racing, and I would recommend it highly. Bob then leads. Then we've got a tussle. Jed in 2nd. We've got Shockey in 3rd. Shockey seems to be trying to hold it back a little bit. I think he's trying to stay in the fight, but also save fuel at the same time. Side by side there from Shockey and Autosport. Oh, we got a bit of an action here. Someone got a little wiggle on. Whom is it? It is Oliver getting a bit of a shake on coming out the corner, and JC now ahead of him. JC, remember, I think had the jump start with Adnap now in 9th place, not far behind the Thunder. Thunder slipping back, and with a penalty, it's getting worse and worse for Thunder out there at the moment. Chunky going for an attack on MJ, and Chunky is being attacked by the Thunder. 3-way battle here, and they've slipped into Adnap territory, who, remember, is on those medium tyres. So great stuff from Adnap in the fight with these guys, and their tyres not quite going off yet. Shockey has slipped down to 5th as well behind the Cull. The Cull slowly making progress on those medium tyres with Autosport in 3rd, chasing down Jed. I think Jed may be Faceless Boy. I think I remember him saying he was changing his nickname, so I reckon that's Faceless Boy. Bob then at the lead, and Autosport now just going up to 2nd, making that move on Jed. The Cull coming in hard and fast, ladies and gentlemen, and he's taking no prisoners. Oh, swinging out from the rear derriere of Jed there, ladies and gentlemen, and Cull is really making his presence felt in this race, absolutely hounding the Polish driver ahead of him, and now side by side coming into a very heavy braking corner. The Cull does a ballet with his brake and accelerator, and they're still side by side though, but Cull is really making things work out there in that junior, and but Jed isn't taking any prisoners also. Side by side all the way through there. Oh no, Jed's picked up a bit of a penalty. He's got himself ahead of the Cull, but my gosh, that's going to hurt in this race. Look at them all over the shop. With Shockey now up and into fourth, all over the back of Cull, and Jed there slipping back from the battle a little bit. MJ pursuing them in sixth place ahead of the Chunks, who has not left his rear derriere ever since the beginning of the race. Then Adnap picking up a penalty. Thunder's going to be happy about that. We've seen Thunder picking up a penalty or two, and the A1 ring is pretty bad for penalties, remember. So these guys trying their hardest to keep the cars in line. Dominic saying 53 laps. Yes, my friend, they want to do Formula One style races with no refueling as well. These guys have got to keep an eye on their tanks. ×4 on the tyres. It's going to be tricky stuff for these guys as we see JC going up and about Thunder. We were looking at Adnap with that penalty, and it looks like Thunder is now under attack from JC. JC, who had the jump start at the very beginning, has kept his toe in this race and now wants to move into the top 9. Oliver in 11th, staying in close pursuit of those ahead of him. Reckless as well in the Jackie Stewart special, and Steelhorse making his way around. He hasn't lost the pack. He's got good lap times, but he doesn't seem to want to get involved. Autosport then leads the mini pack behind the Bob, and the Bob has bolted, ladies and gents. That's what Bob stands for. And Autosport there, you can see it's nearly a straight betwixt them. And the Cull then in third, Jed in fourth, Shockey in fifth. Shall we get on board with the Shockey for a bit? Have they got a cool camera on this? Ooh, Jed's going to get a penalty. Went out a little wide now. He must have lifted. Maybe that will avoid him getting a penalty. Oh yeah, look at this, ladies and gents. Fancy cameras. Oh yeah, we can see Jed in our rear view mirror. So Shockey then up and into fourth place so far as he crosses the rumble strips there of turn 2. Heading down the short straight. Shockey pole sitter from this race, lap 7 of 53. The soft tyres seem to be doing very well. Very well. I said they were going to last 12 laps, but I think they got more than that. But I do think it's these cars being very temperamental with the aero package. The tyre degradation does affect them a lot more. You can't manhandle these cars around as much. You do need the grip. So Shockey then, sounds like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, just make that up. So Shockey on his way around, 6/10 ahead of the Jed. MJ might be all up in Shockey's business, you know. Not quite. I can see in the rearview mirror he's still fighting with Chunky Ribena. So a 1:29 there from Jed. 29.8. That seems to be, he was doing 31s before, so I think he was saving. And now he's probably turned up the wick a little bit. Vodkarov saying Chunk's getting held up. He's after getting by. I see. So I reckon Vodkarov seeing a bit of a... Oh no, where is he? He's not in 6th now. You see, just dropped it like it is hot. Down in 9th now from the Chunks. No damage though, luckily, but the Chunk... Oh, he's got a half a second penalty. And Chunky, having a little whiff of Thunder up the inside. He was behind MJ, so I'm wondering that if he's dropped a couple of positions in that fight. MJ at the moment happily in 6th, and he's probably... Oliver's done very well as well. He was down in 10th, was he not? So we've had some shuffling down here, ladies and gents. Thunder's up to 8th, Chunky in 9th. Reckless is up to 10th. Steel Horse is up to 11th. Adnap, we saw him carrying a penalty. Ooh, he lost a big chunk of time that last lap around. And JC also losing a bit of time. So maybe Adnap and JC had a coming together. Chunky Rybeen has dropped a couple of positions as well. It's a long race though, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I could press this to see if it caught anything, but I can't. Yeah, he's going up. He's going up against. Oh, yeah, he was just up alongside MJ there, and the back end stepped out on him, and it looks like he had to lift there, and that's how he dropped the positions, ladies and gents. Nothing serious, nothing to worry about. And yeah, that's where we saw it from. So superb. It's like I'm a professional. So now Chunky doing all he can to get past the Ferrari, but the Ferrari is an obstacle. Bob, meanwhile, he's doing 130s. The rest of the field are in the 29s and 30s as well. We're into lap 9 of this race. Cull up to third, ahead of Shockey, who has Jed just behind him. Jed, the fastest man on track at the moment. Oliver absolutely doing great stuff. He was down in 10th, I'm sure of it. He's got himself ahead of MJ and a whole host of other people. So great stuff from Oliver at the moment. He's only just got as well ahead of MJ. Maybe MJ now into a fuel save. Maybe MJ doing a bit of fuel save. But you think you'd do that on the medium tyres, not the softs. You think you would optimise your softs as best you can, and then maybe turn down as the softs are going away. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not a fuel saving expert, but at the moment, Bob, and it is the first race for everyone. This is like the litmus test, the beta test. So yeah, these guys, it's unknown territory for them. They don't know what the fuel is going to do. They've been involved in the testing of it, but still, when the heat of the battle takes over and you're in the midst of racing, you don't think to look at all of the ins and the outs. And it is looking like Jed there, another penalty for the Polish driver. Oliver at the moment being chased by MJ. Now MJ, did he drop a lot of time? Not so much, just Oliver has absolutely nailed those lap times, and must have got past MJ. Beautiful stuff. Chunky is back up to 8th. He's got past Thunder. Steel Horse in 11th, still ahead of Adnap, who now Adnap is having some issues with JC. JC though is on the softer tyre, remember. So JC trying to give Adnap a lot to think about. After it looks like Adnap had lost a bit of time on lap 7. Bob flying at the moment in the lead by nearly 6 seconds. Autosport in second place. Enjoying that second place, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely loving it. Got it in Daytona, won it second or third. Colin, oh, Shockey, what's something move around here? I thought I saw something move. No. Tight racing here, though. So Jed catching up with the back of Shockey at the moment, who's taking that fight to Cull. Jed had that penalty. It looks like he's already paid it. I can't see any indication of the penalty, but I suppose in this position you may not. He had a little slide in that corner. Looks like it shows you how much it costs you. So he's dropped back a little bit now from Shockey as they make their way around. Flooring it now, ladies and gents, trying to find a little bit of leverage up in the front there. Oliver's 6 seconds behind us, and MJ hunting down Oliver at the moment as Jed just tries to dice through the corner as he closes in on Shockey, but he just can't. But should be getting a tow. I imagine he's getting a tow now, 4 tenths behind. Oh, lunge deep into that corner. Hopefully it's not affected him. Very close. No, it has. He's got a penalty from it, unfortunately, for Jad Razek. Jedrzik. I just don't want to butcher it, is all. That's why I'm trying not to say it. So, Jed there in 5th. Still all up and in Shockey's business, but he's got that penalty he's going to have to pay before the end of this lap. Oliver there, a second on Chunky. Chunky's got himself past MJ. I definitely think MJ is driving to a Delta, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's in a fuel economy situation there. Thunder closing in as well with the 130. And Reckless closing in on those guys as well in the Jackie Stewart special. Steel Horse in 11th. And he's got Adnap and JC closing in. Adnap again, naughty boy, got another penalty. And Bob's just absolutely flying out there for now. Autosport under pressure now from the Cull. The Cull has closed right in and fancies a piece of Autosport's. Actually, I like that camera. You can tell, can't you? I keep going to it. So Cull then in the tow, comes up, closes in on the brakes, wham bam and thank you ma'am, as he tries to make a way through, but Autosport doing the wall of death, kept his foot in there, and Autosport somehow, some way stays ahead of Cull. Unbelievable stuff. Cracking racing from both drivers here. And Autosport really is inserting a bit of dominance here at the Red Bull ring. The old A1 ring, ladies and gents. Shockey at the moment now. MJ and Oliver's dropped behind Chunky. As Chunky's starting to push the nitro button. He's really on the push. And maybe he's fuel saved a little earlier. He has got a bit more fuel than Oliver, but about similar to MJ. MJ now under threat from Thunder, as MJ, I believe, driving to a Delta, although that's a little slower than he has been going. 32, so he may have made a mistake there. Thunder closing in, as it is Reckless, only half a second behind Thunder. Ooh, Reckless was a little wide there. I don't know if you can get away with that width on it. He had a wide on, and now he's got a half a second penalty, ladies and gents. Steel Horse, that's good for him. And JC now ahead of Adnap after Adnap having his penalty. And JC closing in on the Steel Horse. Meanwhile, Bob is in a world of his own. He doesn't even know there's anyone else on track. As Autosport, he definitely knows there's people on track. He is being hounded by last season's champion. I think these two still think they're doing Daytona. I'm sure he bumped drafted Autosport down that straight. Autosport, though, with a penalty. And Cull is going to love a piece of that action with Shockey in 4th. And Jed, I'm not even going to try, in 5th place. He had that penalty, though, so he's dropped back away from 4th place now. Chunky on a push. Chunky, well, I say he's on a push. He's not going any faster. It's just the cars around him seem to have slowed down somewhat. I've just sussed it out as I was drinking my hot brew. Why you're seeing certain drivers picking up the penalties? They're using it as a fuel save, isn't it? It's down a straight. It slows you right down. It's a great way of saving fuel. They're going to have loads of fuel left at the end of this with all the penalties. Garuda saying, tyre Bob bloke. It isn't Bob. They just told me it was. It's Forge Flames. Don't think Bob even signed up. Oh, okay, Forge Flames. Someone told me it was Bob for some reason. Well, would you believe it? I'll go back to Forge Flames. I'll call him Forge Flames then. That seems easier. So, not Bob, Forge Flames. So, whomever he is, he's at the front on the medium tyres. The cloud of mystery. It's Herman German, isn't it? Whatever his name is. I'm looking it up now. I can't remember his name. So I'll go quiet because I can't do all these things at once. Cull, we saw Cull going through, didn't we? Of course we did. So Autosport in third. Shockey is closing in. Tyres are starting to feel a bit abused. Lap 15, it's not too bad, is it? I mean, if they could keep them going all the way, that'd take them to 30 if they went full red. Chunky at the moment trying to close in on the rest of the field with Oliver coming along with him. Thunder now ahead of MJ. MJ is in free fall and he has damage. Reckless closing in now as well, so poor MJ. MJ, his own beast, is biting him. Franz Hermann, that's the one. Yeah, it's Franz Hermann. I'm just going to say it's Franz Hermann from now on. I was trying to Google it and then there was action on track with MJ. What's he going to do? Is he going to go in and fix it, or is he going to just stay out there? It looks to me he's got a whole lap to make his mind up. So Franz out there leading the way, with the Cull in second, Autosport in third, and Shockey is in fourth. Jed 2 seconds now, losing out with a couple of penalties there on Shockey. Shockey now 2 seconds behind the Sport. Chunky trying to catch them up, 6.5 seconds, and it's how much fuel does he want to burn? But, you know, like I said, with all the penalties they're paying, I imagine fuel won't be an issue today. So Oliver's having a cracking race. We've got to recognise, ladies and gentlemen, we have to stand in recognition of what Oliver has achieved in this race. He's had a great run of things. And Vodka Rob has decided on Chinese chicken, fried rice, chips and curry sauce and some plain chow mein. Man alive. That is a meal, ladies and gents. And so we've got Garuda with the curry, we've got Vodka Rob having a Chinese, and I'm having a pack of skips, if you're wondering. And I had steak bake from the BP garage on my way home from work, so I was hungry. So the Bob then, not Bob, Franz, whoever he is, Franz is on his way around then in first with the Cull. 10 seconds. I can't see how the Cull's going to make that up, ladies and gents. They're both on the medium tyre, so I think they're both going to be running very late into this race. Although the soft isn't that. I mean, we're on lap 17 there for Autosport. His tyre's still tidy. He's still doing lap times on it. So no issues whatsoever there from the Sport. Shockey, 3 seconds adrift of these guys. I can't see where the tyre. It must be just the penalties that they've been picking up. Jed is closing back in on Shockey. So might have a bit of a race there. Bob Franz Forge Herman. That's it. That's from now on. That's what he shall be known as. AT is Bob Franz Forge Herman. He's flying. So Cull cannot shake off the Sport, ladies and gentlemen, but he might do now because Autosport's got to pay a penalty. With Shockey in fourth, the Jed in fifth, and Chunky 6.5. He's lost a bit more time on the guys ahead of him, but this could all be down to, you don't know who's fuel saving and when. I don't know if Oliver is even fuel saving, ladies and gents. He's not that much under the guys around him. Thunder's picked himself up a penalty in his Ferrari. And so Oliver, he only has to stay ahead of him until the penalty zone, and then that will deal with itself, that problem. Reckless in ninth, keeping his head down, cracking on, doing what needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen. He's moved up already from the back. And now in ninth, 4 seconds adrift of Thunder. Thunder using the faster tyre, and now has to pay his penalty, as Oliver then has a little breathing space. A little fuel save there for Thunder. A little half-second fuel save. Reckless in ninth with the JC in 10th. We saw he was racing Adnap hard, but it looks like now Adnap slipping back. MJ went in and fixed it, and he's gone to the medium tyre then. Now, can he make that medium tyre last for the whole rest of this race? That's going to be one to watch. So MJ having to change tactics and go in. Now he's 9 seconds behind Adnap. Now Adnap still on his original tyre. Just looks like it's the penalty system that's really screwing Adnap over at the moment. 3 seconds behind Steel Horse, who's having a clear run of it on those medium tyres. He's 4 seconds behind JC, who's on those soft tyres. So JC, he's going to be starting to feel that, although 30s, the times don't reflect that they're feeling any pain in the tyres. Thunder on the attack now. Didn't take long for him to come back in this one. He's going for a look around the outside, which will put him on the inside. Come the braking zone, Thunder having a sniff up the inside of Oliver, and it's all there for him. The door's wide open, and that's Thunder. He doesn't need much more of an invite, but Oliver now is in the place to go back on the attack, and now Oliver stays ahead. Great driving from Oliver there. Did not flinch, ladies and gentlemen, when it looked like he'd lost the corner, and Thunder just slings it in there. Took a lot of confidence in that corner from Thunder, and he made it work for him, ladies and gentlemen. He must have known he could get through that corner a lot faster than Oliver. The way, the confidence, he just threw that in there. It was amazing. Well done to the Thunder there. Great move, great racing from these guys. Can Oliver come back? He's close to him through turn one, and it does look like Oliver might be better in the first part of the lap. And he's coming back at Thunder now. Thunder, nothing he can do down this straight. It's all about the braking for turn two. And Oliver's got his nose ahead, but under braking, Thunder's gone very late, and he's spun. Oh my word. Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, spinning out under pressure of the race from Oliver. The tyres are old as well, don't forget. And that puts Reckless into play with the Thunder scenario. Meanwhile, Thunder, his closest nemesis in the old racing days, the seasons before, is up there in third place, having an absolute banger of a race, ladies and gents. And Garuda saying his head's gone. No, Thunder, he's going to be back. He will be back. Hard hitting. Reckless then in ninth. JC in 10th, getting half a second penalty there. And Steel Horse will be happy about that. Steel Horse on those medium tyres, remember, going long. Adnap's come in. Oh no, Adnap. Oh, it's Adnap saying he's done. Maybe. He was meant to be the safety car. He was never really meant to take part in this championship, so he probably isn't. Driver 92 out due to injury. My ankle is not healed enough to drive. Oh, poor Adnap. Poor old Adnap. He's got a boo-boo. Do you want me to kiss it better? So Franz is out there leading the way by 11 seconds. What can Kull do, ladies and gents, with Autosport in third? And now he has lost touch with the Kull. And Shockey is 4 seconds behind the Sport. Who's close to the Sport then? Oh, Jed. Jed is coming in. Jed is coming in tight, ladies and gentlemen, and he's not using any lube. He's just not. In the chat then, and Nat saying yes please to the kiss it boo boo. Garuda saying excuses boy, no pain no gain. So Jed, I always come back to Science had a kidney removed and the next week raced. That's all I say on the matter. So, but then Science gets paid absolutely millions to race, whereas Adnap gets paid absolutely nothing. So, you know, you weigh that one up. So Jed then is on the attack, ladies and gentlemen. He is fancying a piece of the Shockey. Shockey's been playing this one cool, hasn't he? All the way through. He was fastest in qualifying. I mean, it was a one-lap showdown, so it's, you know, anything could happen. He was just the one that made the least mistakes, we could say. But Shockey, he was the fastest after qualifying, and he lost that lead pretty early on to Franz, and now he's been sort of keeping it low key, sitting there in third, fourth. He's not pushing on. He doesn't seem to be pushing the car to its max, and I think he's doing very early fuel saving going on here. This is what I believe. I'm taking my jumper off. Hang on one sec. Meanwhile, Jed is really pushing the matter, isn't he? No, the Shockey's used more fuel up than Jed, so maybe this is just driving to a delta. I do believe a lot of these guys are trying to stay in a certain lap time. They've probably worked it out. So, but this racing here is real, ladies and gentlemen. Jed really pushing the matter on Shockey. Shockey keeping a cool head. He's unflatterable. Not flatterable. That's like, hey, Shockey, you've got really nice hair. No, he's unflappable, should we say? So Shockey then. Jed then in fifth. They can't quite close up now. Shockey did a lot better in those last couple of corners. Like I said, ice cool cucumber there. Even the back end wanting to step out on Shockey, but he just kept it together, ladies and gents. And Jed then chasing down in fifth. Chunky keeping it quiet, keeping it on the low down as he puts in some fastest laps of his race, and he has closed it up to 4 seconds here. Jed stuck behind, seems to be stuck behind Shockey. I mean, he's going on the attack, but he's not managing to get through. All the while, we've got Chunky Ribena closing in like a shark, ladies and gentlemen, like a shark. He has smelt blood, and he has decided to start going in for the kill. Shockey at the moment trying to keep that defense up, but these soft tires, I think they are starting to feel the pain with these soft tires. Maybe not so much Chunky. Chunky's looked after those tires very nicely, hasn't he? My word, what a tender touch Chunky must have. Oliver, meanwhile, just ahead of the Thunder. Thunder with a penalty. These two have had an absolute banging battle, haven't they, the last couple of laps? 10 laps or so. We're on lap 23 already. Not quite halfway into this race. Still on, a lot of them are on their first laps. Oh, Oliver's nipped into the pits there. He's had enough of those tyres. And maybe for 30 laps he feels like that he can do well. Yeah, 23 laps on softs, 30 laps on mediums would be a breeze. So JC will move up ahead of Oliver, as Thunder as well. He's sticking with those soft tyres. He wants to do minimal laps on the mediums, but we've seen from Franz there and the Cull, the mediums are not too bad. They're pretty pacey. Autosport, 1 second penalty. That is painful. Shockey only 5 seconds behind. Jed is there, and Chunky now has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen. He is close enough to count him in. Thunder 10 seconds behind the Chunks in 7th, 5 seconds ahead of JC. His tyres are screaming though. He nearly did a 33 last time around. He's been regular in the 31s. So yeah, I think that's down to tyre. And he was racing Oliver, who's gone and put the mediums on. He might do an undercut here if Thunder tries to stick it out with those. He's a second down on his lap by the second sector. I think Thunder, he's going to have to protect his position, isn't he? He's going to have to come into the pits to protect that position, I'm sure of it. Oh, or he could just spin out on the final corner in an absolute rage of glory. And he's carrying on. Well, he's got to, and he's past the pit lane, so it'd be ridiculous to try and turn around. Thunder will absolutely be seething now, ladies and gentlemen. And that is Franz out there leading the way by 13 seconds. We're getting a whole... I think they're all reacting to that earlier pit stop. Shockey's done a pit stop. He's put medium tyres on. Was he on softs? He must have been. His Cull's on the mediums. So, yeah, Chunky's up to 4th now with the pit stops, with Shocky coming out just ahead of Thunder, who we saw having that spin, in 6th. Jed also made his pit stop. He's gone onto the medium tyres, the cold tyres. You can see them fighting the juniors with those cold tyres on. Then we have Steel Horse up to 8th at the moment, still yet to pit, but he's on the medium tyres, no need to. Oliver, who did make that pit stop, he's come out in 9th, and he's definitely set to jump Thunder when Thunder makes his pit stop. JC also has made a pit stop in 10th now, with MJ jumped Reckless and Adnap's parked it, I'm sorry, but Reckless, he's gone for hards, ladies and gents. So a little bit of experimentation there, bit of science for you from Steel Horse. And we're back with Franz. He's picked up a penalty at the moment. He's got 13 seconds on the call. Thunder is into the pits now. And Steel Horse is going to go by, but Steel Horse is yet to pit. It's Oliver, really. He's keeping an eye on. There is Oliver. And he is through. They've not even changed those tyres yet. And away he goes, ladies and gents. A set of medium tyres. How far away is JC? He's coming up around the corner. And Thunder's coming out of the pit lane. It's very tight. JC is up and ahead of the Thunder, and MJ is into the action as well. MJ. Reckless is still in the pits. Has he parked it as well? It does. It looks like he's parked it, ladies and gents. Oh my MG. So, Franz out. Ew, Franz is on the rickety edge, ladies and gentlemen, with the Cull chasing him down. Autosport in 3rd. His tyres are very old. Chunky as well, yet to pit, and his tyres are pretty old in the chat. Vodkrov saying, no doubt Science has the best doctors as well. Yeah, no, in fairness. Thunder saying, I'm about to start raging in German. My word. The last person who started raging in German, it was in 1939, and we don't want to do that again, do we? We're in Austria as well, so it's all adding up. Let's all be very careful. This is a tinderbox. It could go off at any moment. Calm your boots. Go and take it out on Pearl Harbor. So Cull then is leading. Why? Why is Cull leading? What have I missed? Is Franz... Oh, Franz has dipped. Oh no, Franz has dipped. I think, well, it's definitely Bob then. His internet connection's given up. It's got to be Bob, hasn't it? Oh no, poor Franz Hermann. Oh, he nearly made it to 40 minutes. So the Cull then is leading the race by default. Happy days for him. I imagine he wanted the challenge of going up against Franz. Autosport going into the pits now, up to 2nd with Chunky, continuing on, because Chunky doesn't waste tyres. Chunky is he must be a neat freak. He must turn at certain angles. He must get his protractor out and start measuring turning angles at corners to get the best usage out of his tyres. That is amazing how far he's taken these soft tyres. Oh, Shocky coming around those medium tyres. He should be. Autosport and Shocky were close, you know. Shocky's coming up the straight. Autosport's coming out of the pits. And no, I 5 seconds it's saying. 5 seconds. So Shocky, well, it was about 4 seconds, wasn't it? It's going to be smaller than that, and Autosport's got cold tyres to deal with for the first couple of corners, ladies and gentlemen. And Shocky, he could pull a shocker here and get himself a podium out of this. And I think we're about halfway. The fuel is not lying; it's showing half as the Cull continues on. He started on the mediums. He's going to go deep, all deep in this. Although we have seen from that early session, 23 laps on a set of softs is doable. So if he gets to lap 30 on the mediums, he might fancy going on to the soft tyre. Chunky at the moment 15 seconds off the lead. Autosport's come out of the pits behind him by 11 seconds, so Chunky's going to lose that position. He was around 6th place before all the pit stops, so Shockey and Jed will be wanting to get ahead of the Chunky, and Steel Horse is yet to pit, but again, doing fabulous with his tyres and no need to pit. Oliver has pitted. He was in a battle with Thunder, but Thunder, he's pitted now and he's ended up behind the MJ, just behind the MJ. Fight on then, ladies and gents, from between the MJ and Thunder. Oh, Thunder's picked up half a second penalty, and MJ will be very pleased by that news indeed. Thunder, they've already gone through the penalty sector, so he's going to have to do that one next time around. So he's going to want to execute a move on MJ to try and get ahead of him before he pays the penalty. MJ, though, at the moment is in the zone, doing nice at 30.5. MJ starting to burn a bit of fuel. Thunder is under that halfway mark on the fuel gauge, but I think he should be all right. Again, he's got another half a second fuel save coming up. Cole leads with Ribena in second. Ribena yet to make a pit stop. Autosport has made a pit stop. He's gone from softs to mediums. Looks like he's fighting those mediums at the moment. And I'm not sure what the weather's doing, but it's looking grey out there. Not to be alarmist, but the Austria is very famous for deluges. Now, there has been no talk about rain, but I'm sure it is on random. So all I'm saying is it's gone very grey. So Shockey at the moment under threat from the Jed. These two have been at it all race. Chunky making this time for his pit stop. Who's the other one? Steel Horses on the mediums. No need. I think that's it. I think Chunky is the last soft runner from the beginning of the race to make his pit stop. Now we're thinking he's going to come around. He should be just behind Shockey. I'm not sure if Steel Horse will get by him, but he is still to do a pit stop. But Steel Horse coming around in 6th place in the Ferrari at the moment, and on a good strategy it seems. And Chunky is out in 5th place. As we, Jed's got past. Jed has got past Shockey. Shockey's coming back at him though in the braking zone, but Jed staying very defensive, but Shockey just around the outside. And it's just like that, y'all. So we'll see if we can see how Jed made that move, if we've got enough. No, he's already ahead, isn't he? So I'm not sure. We already missed it. But we got the move of Shockey coming back, so we got some. We got 50% of it. So Jed then in 4th, still on the fight. He's all over the back of Shockey at the moment. On board. I've got to do it, Anna. In the chat, Vodka Rob saying Chunky says hi. Hi Chunky, you're having a great race, dude. I was muted because I was eating crisps, ladies and gents. I was having a few skips. Oh, they were nice as well. You don't eat skips, you just sort of suck them until they're nothing. Put as many in your mouth as you possibly can and just suck down hard. That's what she said. Sorry, I should change camera before I start skipping around. So yeah, Jed and Shockey are having an absolute storming race, ladies and gents. It's been cracking between the two of them. Chunky closing in as well on fresher tyres, remember. Only a few laps, but still essential. Fuel, it seems okay. We are way over halfway into this race, and I think the penalty system has really helped with that fuel save, I think. So Shockey then, the junior, is looking very, you know, risky in the corners. Looks very squirrely. So Shockey, he was very wiggly as he came through that last corner. But at the moment, solid from Shockey, with Jed all up and in his busy nurse. Jed fancies a piece of this action. Jed is looking around. And this would be perfect for Chunky, wouldn't it, if these two took themselves out of the race. And Shockey then up there in third. Jed is in, fourth. Rob, I don't know why you don't get into the race, man. Sitting at home, chilling, watching. You could be part of this action. So Oliver at the moment, 6th place with JC closing in. And Steelhorse, has he pitted yet? Steelhorse still yet to pit. MJ, so that's another position for MJ, and he's kept Thunder behind him so far. Adnap's back out, he's giving his leg another try. Excuse me. And Thunder all up and in MJ's business. Chunky at the moment, 1.5 seconds from these two. It's getting exciting. Autosport 7 seconds up the road. What a race Autosport's had. Let's recognise. And in the chat, Vodka Rob was saying, I was thinking I was doing okay with my practice for Sunday. My teammate has been helping me. I was only 1.5 seconds off, but now he's gone another second faster. Oh gosh. Vodka Rob also saying, I'm knackered most evenings, so I have a limit to once at the moment. Don't blame you, man. I only have one race. It gets a bit hectic when you start doing a lot. So Cool leads Autosport with a penalty, but he's got 7 seconds on Shockey. Shockey being kept honest by Jed all the way, and I'm pretty sure Jed is the fastest boy. Chunky Ribena ever closing in. Chunky is pulling a sneaky one. He did a bit of fuel save at the beginning of this race, and now he's letting it all hang out. Oliver in 6th. Great race from Oliver. I've got to say, I'm absolutely made up for him. And I know we've still got 20 laps to go, but these 33 have gone so quick that it feels like it's going to be over very soon. JC, though, is all up and around the rear derriere of Oliver. He fancies a piece of this. Steelhorse in 8th. I still don't think he's pitted yet, and we've got some fight in there. That's Thunder. Thunder's... Oh! JC pulls the car back from the brink. What a great drive. What a great save, JC. Good save, JC. Good save. Brilliant stuff from JC. I am absolutely, colour me in, impressed. That car was gone. That car was beyond help, and JC somehow dragged that one back. And Vodka Rob saying my knee wouldn't hold out for 53 laps either. Forge Flame saying, Thingy, do you want a co-commentator? Not at this point. My good golly gosh. It'd be a pain trying to get it all sorted and organised. No, please. It's very kind of you to offer. You can commentate in the thingy. Are you Franz Herman? First question. So Cool there. Oh God, I keep forgetting to come out the car. Cool leads by 22 seconds. Autosport in 2nd place. Shockey is in 3rd with Jed in 4th. Jed half a second behind Shockey. And Chunky has closed in, ladies and gentlemen. Chunky is on the limit. Yes, I am Bobathy of Bobman. Ah, see, it's Garuda doesn't know his own teammates. Garuda, it's too many curries and bloody beers, isn't it? It's not keeping up with things. This is an absolute banger, ladies and gentlemen, with Shockey holding off Jed, and now the Chunk has entered the chat for a podium battle here. We're coming in to the final 17 laps. And Chunky is all in on this now, in this final part of the race. The Cull has bolted. I don't think he's going to need to... Oh, he still hasn't pitted, has he? So he's still going to have to make a pit stop. Autosport has pitted, and he's got another half a second fuel save. Thunder's screaming in the chat for some reason. Half a second, and a good old fight with the MJ. MJ lifting off, though. Felt that was a little hard. So MJ leasing off of Thunder. Thunder picking up a penalty. That must be what the OMG was all about, unless it's that time to pray. He's got certain parts of the day where he has to pray, and it's right now at 9 o'clock. But Thunder under pressure and with a penalty above his head. Steelhorse has pitted now. Steelhorse has pitted. He's put the softs on. He's running for the end of the race. 17 seconds to find on MJ and Thunder. But the way these two are going at it, it's the Steelhorse might just catch them up. They're tumbling over each other, and Nap is doing a bit of testing in his junior. The Cull leads, but has not pitted. Autosport is flying, and he looks like he's going to be tough to beat for second. Then we got Chunky in the mix in this battle here. Let's get on board with Chunky. I mean, I feel like a rip-off because you could go to his chat. Oh, Chunky! I was just coming on board to have a bit of fun. Oh no, Chunky Ribena. No one wants to relive that. I didn't see it. I've got to see it. I'm sorry. So he's already got past Jed. Oh, it wasn't foul play, was it? No. Jed's gone back again. Under braking. Oh no, it just seemed like the car got a little bit unsettled. Poor Chunks. That is terrible. So go over quickly to his YouTube. I bet he is absolutely ripping GT a new one. No, he's all peace and love with GT. He doesn't like us slagging GT7 off. He has called for calm amongst the communities. Oh, that's a git though, isn't it? That is a git. JC 6th, 4 seconds behind the Chunky, with Oliver only a second behind JC. Oh no, I think JC's got past Oliver, hasn't he? Because Oliver was up there. So yeah, Oliver, it looks like he's lost that position to JC. They've both got penalties. Fuel save, we'll call it. So JC's going to have a half-second fuel save moment, as is Oliver. Thunder and MJ, though, are closing in, ladies and gents. This is tantalising stuff. And Chunky, he's done it once. He can do it again. He can catch him up. Oh, I don't know, though. 16 seconds is big. Oh, and he's damaged something, so he's got to go in. Oh, no. JC's going to go ahead. That's going to put him really in amongst it all, ladies and gents. Cole still yet to pit. He might be the only guy out there who now Steelhorse has pitted. And I don't know what he's saving the softs for. Maybe he's just going to do like a one lap on the softs, just to say, ha, I can do it on one set of tyres. So, Vodkarov saying it gets difficult when you are both in different places to do joint comms, from what I've seen in the past anyway. And Forge Flame says, share screen. Dude, I can't. I'm in the middle of a race, man. We'll organise this beforehand and stuff like that, but in the middle of a race, I can't start messing about. I'll end up closing the stream off by accident or something, quitting out of it and losing the replay. It's cool, man. Just sit back, just chill. So Autosport then now takes the lead from Cull, but I can't believe that. Cull's got to be back out ahead of Autosport. He's done enough in this race to stay in the lead. No, I am in disbelief. That's amazing stuff. How has Cull lost that much time? He was well ahead of the sport, was he not? Before the pit stops, maybe he's done some fuel saving. But yeah, Autosport now leads this race. Can he take the win? It's even Stevens between himself and the Cull. The Cool has used a bit more fuel up. He is on the soft tyre where Autosport's on the mediums now. So that is going to be tough to keep the Cool behind. Shockey still ahead of the Jed, and Jed is going to be absolutely sick to the back teeth of looking at Shockey's Red Bull Junior. JC is in 5th place with Oliver chasing him down. These two have been battling hard, and Thunder and MJ have been stuck in their battle. Oh, MJ's had a painful 1-second penalty, and Chunky now is just going to try and make a point in the last 15 laps of maybe a fastest lap, and maybe trying to catch up a couple of those guys. It's going to be tough though. Big hard job there for Chunky Ribena. Autosport and Cool, half a second between the lead, lap 39 of 53. And the race, I mean, Autosport has really pulled out a surprise here. I wasn't seeing that one coming. I thought Cool was going to be easily back out in the lead of this race. And Autosport has surprised me. I don't know if he's surprised a couple of you guys, but what a drive from Autosport at the moment. First race of the season. Is he going to pull off a win? Got demoted down to GT2 and takes a win, ladies and gentlemen. I am almost rooting for this to happen. Amazing stuff. The Cool. This is what Chunky Ribena was dreaming about. He wants to get relegated into the GT2 category and then go and win the whole thing. And Autosport, I mean, he doesn't score points in GT1, but I mean, he's winning the actual race, so I call that winning the whole thing. Winning GT2 is usually coming 6th behind the GT1 runners, but at the moment, Autosport, I haven't explained the GT because there's no table at the moment, so there isn't really. They've split their categories up, not skill levels, but just on past results, so they get a kind of a driver rating. And then get put into 2 categories, so the GT2 runners can have a chance at podiums and wins further back in the pack. So Autosport at the moment, though, is rocking the tree, ladies and gentlemen. He's shaking it up. And Cole having a sniff. Championship leader from... So this is like, for the GT1 series last season, the championship table... This is the leader, the winner of that table, and the bottom of that table. And look at them, dicing on track as the Cool goes for the overpass around the outside. And what a move from the Cool, really showing his skills, his mad skills, ladies and gentlemen. Autosport, I imagine he doesn't mind. They're soft tyres, maybe they'll come back to him, but we saw the soft tyres have lasted very well in here at the Ostjoyring, the A1. This Chinese is very hot. Nice. Get in it. Slam it. Get a glass of milk. So the Cool leads from Autosport. 6/10 betwixt the two of them. Shockey still ahead of the Jed, and the Jed is just very close behind. JC looks like he might pick up a 5th. He had an absolutely terrible... He didn't have a terrible start. He got eager. He got all eager and jumped the start. And then he was dead last going into the first corner, and now look at him in 5th place, absolutely flying. Oliver as well in 6th, but the Thunder, who's that? The Thunder's just made a move on him, but no, Oliver says, no, Thunder, stay back. And Thunder as well. It'll be irking Thunder that Autosport is up there in 2nd place. I can guarantee you that. There was a healthy rivalry between Thunder and Autosport, and for some reason since Daytona, I don't know what's happened to Autosport. He's turned into another human being. He's gone semi-alien on us. So JC though, awesome drive for him in 5th place at the moment. Like I said, terrible start for him. Start of the race. Thunder has got Oliver now. And the back end of the Ferrari looking very loosey-goosey as it goes through the corners. MJ a little further back from them, and Chunky really is trying to make a point here. He was some 18 seconds or something behind MJ, and he's closing in. Still Horse in 10th. 7 seconds adrift of the Chunk. He's on the soft tyre now. Adnap having a little bit of practice. He's doing well though. To say he's got a duff ankle. He's getting some good lap times. So Cull leads from Autosport. He actually is pulling away as well. He's in the zone, ladies and gentlemen. The Cull has evaluated his fuel, and with only 12 laps to go, 11 laps to go, he has decided he can burn fuel now. So the Cull is on full gander, going full pelt, ladies and gentlemen. And Autosport just trying to stay with him. Now this battle looks pretty safe. Jed's going for a move. Jed going for a move on Shockey. He's been following Shockey around for God knows how many laps now, and Jed does finally get the move done on Shockey. Now is Shockey doing it for fuel save? Their fuel is exactly the same. I might have got myself a bit carried away. Well, they just said about that, no, just enough fuel to get to the end, so I thought we were going to see coming to the last final part of the race, people were going to be struggling with fuel, but the fuel seems absolutely fine for these guys. Thunder, he's got a half a second fuel save coming up, and Oliver going to take that position back. He said, look, don't mess with the Zeravica. Okay. And Thunder is messing with the Zeravica, so he's got to be careful. He's got to be very careful. Oliver isn't playing. He's dead serious. He wants a top 6 finish, maybe top 5. I think Oliver could take it to JC. JC though is on a tear. 30.4, 30.9. Thunder 30.9, and Oliver 31.0. MJ with a penalty. It's not what he needs, especially as the chunky is coming in. Special delivery. He's gone all DPS on us, ladies and gents. The Cull leads with the fastest lap. He is all up and in this one. Remember, Franz Hermann Bob Forge Flames was leading the race until disconnected. So Cull trying to get those points in until Franz Bob Hermann Flames Forge gets his internet up and running to racing spec. Autosport's picked up a 1 second penalty, but he's pretty safe from the Jed. And Jed has done what a job, eh? What a job. He's been following Shockey around all this time, and now we're into the final 10 laps of the race. And Jed has made the move, and he's trying to pull away from Shockey, but Shockey's sticking with him. JC in 5th, and now we got Thunder and Oliver side by side. We thought Thunder had a penalty. He obviously has paid that penalty. Thunder's fuel is now flashing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. 10 laps, flashing fuel. How's he going to make that last? How on earth? How in dear God's earth? Stop revving your engine out. Thunder. Short shift. You're not going to get to the end. Short shift, short shift. I don't want to see that blue line flashing. I don't want to see the blue line flashing. Only in purples, Thunder. My gosh. JC then. It's looking okay. Oliver. Oh, I think Thunder's forgetting himself. He's getting all racy, and I don't think that fuel... Well, he knows what fuel he's got, ladies and gents. Just usually I was led to believe when it starts flashing, you've got 3 laps left at best. So that's my concern. With 10 laps still left to run, and Thunder's fuel flashing, and he's not seeming to slow down any. He's going even faster. So on to watch. Oliver there in 7th. His fuel has started flashing. So I may be wrong. They're all starting to flash. Yes. Chunky. His is okay at the moment. Steel Horse, it seems to be okay. I couldn't drive for 10 laps with my fuel flashing. That would give me I would have a panicasm. That would give me such anxiety, man. I'd be just looking down at that fuel gauge. For the last 10 laps, I'd have an off every other lap looking at my fuel gauge. That's crazy. That is crazy that they're warning them that early about fuel. So Cull 6 seconds ahead of Autosport. Autosport, he's not no fuel flashy things. Put your foot down, Autosport. Catch him up. He might have to fuel save by the end. Shockey in 3rd. Jed in 4th. So Shockey's back ahead again. These two are having an absolute blast. What a great race from these two. So Shockey just ahead of the Faceless Boy. And Faceless Boy trying to get a toe. Shockey trying to break the toe. And again, we're closing in to the final part of this race with only a few laps left to go. Carr in 5th, doing a great job from the start he had. Thunder now trying to pull away from Oliver, and I was concerned about his fuel, but everyone's fuel's flashing, so it must just be the way it is. MJ in 8th, he is being caught by the Chunks though. The Chunks is in his periphery, 1 second behind MJ. This is where they started, wasn't it? But a couple of positions higher. On board with the Chunks, I think. Last time we did this, he spun it, so don't spin it, Chunky. I want to enjoy catching up with MJ and getting a little dicing going on right near the end of the race. But MJ is on the medium tyre, very old medium tyres. He put those medium tyres on very early, if you remember. Chunky is way out of position. He should be in 3rd. Jed's back ahead, but Chunky's out of position because he's had to pit to fix something. And the sun going deep over the horizon here in the final few laps. Oh man, if it goes dark here, it goes pitch black. Modcroft saying maybe because it's a short track. Oh, with the fuel flashing, yeah, you could be right, man, you could be right. That's a good call. So on board with the Chunks. It better not get dark. These cars ain't got headlights. These guys won't see where they're going. There's no floodlights. We've got to hope that sun just lingers on for the next 7 laps. Chunky switches it around, goes for the inside, and it's a slam dunk there as MJ goes a little wide with those old tyres and picks up a ½ second penalty. What a slap around the face, eh? Loses a position and gets a penalty. He's trying to come back at Chunky though. He does. Beautiful move from the MJ. Not messing around and catches the Chunky in the braking zone. Chunky coming back though. Lovely wheel-to-wheel action here between the Chunks and the MJ, and we have cool wheel-to-wheel action here in the juniors, I've got to say. Jed and what's happened here? Oliver dropped behind Thunder, or no, he was already behind Thunder, wasn't he? MJ cutting a bit of grass there. So what's going on? Thunder and Oliver? No, they're nowhere near each other. I don't know what I was getting worked up about. Shockey again behind the Jed. The Jed is up and ahead of him. These two having an absolute dice today. The Cull, 10 seconds. I mean, Autosport slinging it out the scenery, and I am here for it. Beautiful stuff from the sport. Jed in 3rd. Oh, he's trying to defend his spot, but he's got a ½ second penalty, and Shockey is going to spank him in the penalty zone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Jed, he must be absolutely distraught with that penalty. Absolute cracking race between 3rd and 4th. JC all on his own, and I'm sure he's enjoying that, because what a great haul of points in the first round for JC. Thunder in 6th. He's fought his way back up, hasn't he? He's really had a lot of dramas in this race. It is a true Ferrari story there in the Thunder car. Oliver as well, 7th. Didn't qualify too hot. He's come through strong. Chunky. Oh God, the batteries don't last at all on these controllers. Chunky's through and up and past MJ. Now he's aiming for Oliver. Can he pull that one off? I'm going to go radio silence while I change over controllers. Test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to stay. Okay, that works. All right then, ladies and gentlemen, where was I? We were on lap 47 of 53 of round 1, race 1 of the brand new series from the world racing community. Your next 10 weeks should be booked up for this, ladies and gentlemen. Live Friday nights from the TRC network. We are going to bring you some exciting racing for your summer. Really, it should take up your whole summer. So the Cull, 11 seconds in the lead. Autosport in second. We saw he had a penalty. He's got rid of that. But he's got, Shockey back ahead of the Jed. Did we see that while I was changing over headphones? I'm sure we did. So Shockey back ahead of Jed. And who knows who's going to finish in that podium position. These two are going to be very sweaty by the end of this race. I am telling you. They have had a workout and a half in this race. Cracking stuff from the pair of them. Clean as a whistle as well. Wheel-to-wheel racing from the pair of them, and nothing, not one little hint of drama betwixt the two. JC, Thunder's catching him up, ladies and gents. Thunder is on a push, and JC nearly did a 33 last time around. Come on, JC, keep it together, my friend. Keep it together. The Thunder closing in. Very rapid, very rapid. Oliver is being, he's got a penalty, and the Chunky is all up and about his business, and the Chunky's up to 7th now. What a comeback from the Chunkmeister. Thunder, though, he's on a push. He's got half a second as well, and he's going to be the next one on our Chunky's list. And Chunky on a flourish of overtakes at the end of the race. Can he reach JC? He's only 3 seconds ahead of Thunder. And someone must have saved something. So there we go then. The Cull leads the race with Autosport in second. Shockey in third. The Jed still all up and about his business. JC in 5th. Thunder is in 6th with the Chunk chasing him down now. Oliver is in 8th. MJ in 9th. Still Horse is 10th. And Adnap still eligible to score points. He's down a few laps, but he is eligible to score points, I'm figuring. So the Cull leads with Autosport. There's nothing going there. It's Jed and Shockey and Thunder and Chunky, isn't it? That's where we're looking at. Ooh, Chunky going a little wide there. MJ's okay. He's clear of anyone. So yeah, Chunky and Thunder. Thunder's got that penalty, which is going to help Chunky no end. He's only 8 tenths behind him. And the question is, can he catch JC up by the end of the race? Because Chunky is absolutely flying, ladies and gents. He is going to use every single ounce, litre of fuel that he's got at his disposal. So Chunky now up into 6th, really turning his race around. Great stuff. JC, 3 seconds ahead of him. Did a 31.0. Chunky's doing 29s. Has he got the fuel to get to the end? Of course he has. Here we go with Shockey and the Jed all up in each other's businesses. And Shockey then in 3rd. And Vodka Rob saying, oh no, that's something he's already said. Just doing a repeat thing for some reason. So we're into the final 3 laps, ladies and gentlemen. Autosport, he's going to be proud after this race. My word, 2 second places in a row. Did he get second in Daytona? I'm sure he did. Maybe got 3rd. I'm not sure. But 2 podiums then in a row, the last 2 races for Autosport. Shockey, he wants a podium on his debut. As the Faceless Boy, he fancies it as well. It's great racing going on here, ladies and gents. And Vodka wants you all to know he's stuffed. That's what she said. So Jed's just picked up a penalty. That is not what he needs in these final couple of laps when he's going on the attack for 3rd place. Now all he can do is try and really pressure Shockey into making a mistake and maybe picking up a penalty as well. And Shockey has been cool as a cucumber in this race. I don't think he's not going to get flustered at all by the Polish driver. The Polish driver trying to get around the outside. Beautiful room given and racing respect all over the place here between these two. It's beautiful racing. Jed goes up ahead, back into third, but Shockey, he can be patient. Shockey coming in late there, but it was all good, and Jed getting back by. And Jed and Shockey are having an absolute race of a lifetime. I know we've watched these mainly. Chunky hasn't caught up JC yet. Oliver's closing in though on Thunder. Is Thunder going to have to ease off the fuel a little bit? Shockey still ahead of the Jed, but the Jed's paid that penalty. Is that it? We've still got 2.5 laps to go. Yeah, 2 laps at the end of this, so it's not even half, sorry. And it looks like Shockey may have shaken off his Jed problem. I'm not sure though. JC is being caught by Chunky with 2 laps to go. You'd put your money on Chunky the way he's going in the 29s. JC in the 31s. JC's gone very wide there. Is he going to pick a penalty up for that? Oh, it doesn't look like it. It looks like he's safe. No, he has, and that is music to Chunky's ears. Chunky is absolutely ripped through the pack, ladies and gentlemen. And if you didn't go over and watch his YouTube channel, then I'd say watch it later. Save that one and give it a watch, because it gets very interesting for Chunky later in the race. Cull leads, and they're all on vapors at the moment as they're on the penultimate lap. Autosport in second. Shockey 2 seconds on the Jed, and it looks like Shockey might be safe now. JC is not. He's got a half a second penalty, and Chunky Ribena is getting in that stance like he's going to mount him. So JC, be very careful. Use protection. It's a beautiful looking car as well, JC. I am here for it. So we're sticking with this because Chunky is just about to devour his prey. And I don't think there's anything. JC, it just looked like it was all going his way, wasn't it? He had no one near him. Where the hell did Chunky come from? That's what he's thinking. He said no one around me at all. So there we go. Chunky gets by up into 5th. Beautiful stuff. Cracking stuff, guys. Beautiful. So Chunky then in 5th, JC is in 6th, Thunder is 7th with Oliver in 8th, MJ in 9th, ahead of Steel Horse. He's got to say he's turned his race around a little bit, and Adnap in 11th. And we're on the final lap now for the Cull. Autosport picked up a 1 second penalty there, but he's okay because Shockey is quite far behind him, and Jed is 1.5 seconds behind Shockey. Chunky hasn't slipped the JC yet. JC all up and in his beeswax, so it's not all over for Chunky. We can see what Chunky gets up to in the corners sometimes. And OJH saying, come on, Oliver. And Vodkrov saying, great comeback from the Chunks. It's amazing drive from the Chunks. Oh, sorry, the Cull's finished. Oh, Cull take the win, ladies and gentlemen. Great drive from the Cull. Autosport grabs another second place, or another podium, sorry. And Shockey, he looks like he is the man after a race-long battle with Jed, getting that podium. And it was a penalty, really. It was just down to a penalty. And Shockey then grabs the podium with Jed coming in 4th. Chunky, what a drive. What a comeback drive in that race there. In this last third of that race, I think, he's really had to pull it out and come back. He damaged his car, went in the pits, and somehow just come through the field. Chunky in 5th. JC grabs 6th, very close behind him. Thunder's had an up-and-down race, and he's coming home in 7th place. Oh, he better be careful. And Oliver as well in 8th. MJ comes home in 9th ahead, and Adnap's already finished in 11th as the Steel Horse comes around the final corner. I don't know why there's still a yellow flag. Everyone's crossed the line. And then he gets 10th place there, and Limited Reckless still in the pits with problems, teething problems for that Jackie Stewart car. And it was cool today. I mean, only because Franz, Bob, Forge Flames, Herman disconnected. I don't know if Cool could have come back at him, although he did a great pace on those soft tyres at the end of the race. But who knows? That question's never going to be answered now. And Cool was there when it counted, and he got the win. Autosport, my word, second place. And I don't think anyone was guessing that was going to happen. So a great work from Autosport, even after his great Daytona race. He's come into this one and done an absolute blinder. Great stuff. Shockey in third with that battle with the Jed. Unbelievable battling from Shockey and Jed all the way through that. With the chunky with the comeback of all comebacks, ladies and gentlemen. Got a bit of damage at the end. I think that was when he did the spin over the donut over the line. So Chunky in fifth with the JC. Very close. Look at that, 8/10 behind Chunky in the end. And Vodkrov saying fantastic entertainment as always. Cheers, Thingy. Great comms as well. Well, thank you very much, good sir. That's very kind of you to say. I think they're waiting for the countdown at the moment because of Reckless. So what we can say about Cull. There you go. Countdown's done. We will grab ourselves the replay if it allows us to, because I don't think I've deleted the Daytona one, so I might not have the space. Looks like it. And then we'll have a look, ladies and gents, at those results. So the Cull, champion of last season, starts off the season with a win. The new season, the Styrian Grand Prix. The Cull takes all the points. Fastest lap. Not the pole though, because Shockey got that. I don't know if there's points for that. Autosport, what a drive for Autosport for second place. Kept it in there. Fought the Cull all the way until it was the softs and the mediums, but whilst the early parts of the race, Autosport gave Cull a lot to think about. Shockey, absolutely amazing stuff from the Jed and Shockey. Hats off to you guys. Fantastic racing. Chunky Ribena, a great comeback in fifth, like I've already said. JC in sixth after a shocking jump at the start, putting him right to the back. He's had a great drive to come through and into sixth place. Thunder in seventh, having his dramas. Oliver coming home in eighth. MJ as well with that early pit stop. Had to change his strategy. Grabs himself ninth ahead of Stillhorse in 10th. Adnap in 11th with an injury. Reckless, we're not sure what happened to him in 12th. I think the car broke. And Bob, DNF after about 40 minutes, which is a real shame for him. In the chat then, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look. Thunder saying, mein Gott, muss das sein? That's Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to start World War III, it seems. He's in Austria, and he's getting very, very mouthy. Right then. So, that's it. This is it. Your Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen. This get him in your calendar. Say, hey, Siri, all Fridays for the next 10 weeks. Book them. Book them now. Let me tell you where we're going to be next. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I can't. I'm not doing it next Friday. I was hoping MJ was going to come back and say, do you know what? Don't you worry. We'll postpone a week. But I think they're going to continue on. We'll see. But if they're going to continue on, maybe they'll find someone else to stream it or something. And they're doing the Spanish Grand Prix next week. And then I'll be back the following Friday. Oh, for Spa. So that's all right, isn't it? But you never know. They might postpone it a week. And Thunder saying, Bock mich. So, yeah, you won't see me next Friday, I'm afraid. No live stream. But the Friday after, ladies and gents, we could be at Catalunya if they plan to postpone a week. Or if they don't, then we'll be at Spa, Francorchamps. And Baron saying, why so slow? It was a head injury from childhood, I'm sorry. Not really, I'm just slow. Oh, look, there's a window. I'm going to lick it. I'm going to get off now because I've got a fancy licking this window behind me. It's been there. It's been there for the whole stream, just asking to be licked. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get off and clean this window. Tiru, peace and love.
Peace and love.